Hello and welcome to this episode of the Weekly Ring for Friday, September 21st. We're your hosts, Ebony Duel
and Katiya Laster.
So Katiya, you're a freshman and now we're at almost a month into school, so how have things been?
Things have been really good. I've adjusted to Bennett really well.
And what do you have going on so far?
I'm auditioning for Colored Girls Who Consider Suicide When the Rainbow Isn't Enough, and I am also doing the Wonder Girls mentoring program.
Well, Katiya, you have a lot going on, and I can't wait to see all the things you do in these next 4 years.
Thank you.
Bel Air Radio Season 4 will premiere next Wednesday at 4:30 on SiriusXM 142.
Community service is being offered tomorrow by Miss Senior and Miss Junior, Ebony, cleaning up the community on Gorell Street from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Please wear closed-toed shoes.
Carmisha had a chance to talk to some freshmen about their social media. Let's take a look.
Hey, my name is Carmisha Blackman, and I had the chance to interview fresh women about how they utilize their social media.
I use Snapchat, not for social reasons, but to show off my cooking, to show off my pictures, and to just continue to interact with my friends.
I utilize my social media just for personal reasons. I use it to communicate with my friends and stuff. I don't really have a professional page because I stopped doing my professional business when I left home.
And I feel like if you use it the right way, it could be really fun and you learn a lot of different things. And you could also promote your businesses and small things like that.
My personal Instagram, I use it just to connect with my friends and family, especially since now I'm away from home.
I utilize Snapchat to keep up with people, rant when I'm feeling kind of mad, post selfies, and just look cute.
I utilize Facebook to communicate and talk with family and friends, as well as post pictures so they see what I'm doing in college.
I repost things that people post. I'm constantly sharing moments, creating moments with my friends.
And I use Twitter to look at what's going on in the world, like politics. And I also look at it just for a good laugh.
So Katiya, what social media app do you use the most?
Probably Instagram.
And why is that?
It's really interactive, and I like that I can post stories and actual posts.
I would have to say mine is Twitter, because I feel like Twitter is really funny, and then you see a lot of stuff on it. Like Twitter became my go-to app, when I'm bored. Bells, want to learn more about your rights? Meet in the GLC auditorium Monday at 6 p.m. for Constitution Day.
Please join Miss Sophomore and Sisters of Service tomorrow for the Suicide Prevention Walk at 1 p.m. Participation is 2 community service hours.
So Katiya, we just had freshman class elections. How was that for you? Did you run for anything?
I didn't run for anything this time.
Are you happy with the results though?
For the most part, yeah.
Well, that's good. And congratulations to everybody who did win. And also to those of you who did run, because it takes a lot of courage to run too. So, are you interested, ever doing anything for your class or serving as a voice for your class?
Most definitely.
Well, you can be an SGA senator, and you can serve as a voice for your class. And if you want more information, check your email.
That's good to know.
This week, we would like to welcome a new member to the Bennett College family and thank him. Derek Jennings recently got married to President Dawkins' daughter.
And he created a video about Convocatum-esque, which I'm really excited to see because that was a great experience for me.
Let's take a look at that video now.
Will the class of 2022 and transfer students please rise? Madam President, I present the class of 2022 and transfer students. These young ladies desire to be made members of Bennett College. They have given evidence of their good character and their ability to undertake the task which we have set for them. No walking on the grass, because there are no what? Shortcuts in life.
Embrace the Bennett sisterhood. Don't just give it lip service. Embrace it. Understand that as a Bennett Belle, it is expected that you will one day make your mark in the world. I am pleased to present these students in the presence of the faculty and in the witness of the whole college in order that they may complete their matriculation by witnessing their signatures in the college register. And now we will stand and sing the alma mater.
So if you're a freshwoman like me, you will be able to get to meet with your junior class on Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Student Union.
So this is exciting for the freshmen and the juniors because, of course, we want our littles and you guys want your bigs. So it's a great opportunity for both classes to come out, meet each other, get a feel for each other, and you might meet your potential big or little that day. Next week is Family and Friends Week. Invite your family and friends to join us here at Bennett College.
Also, Founders Day is next weekend in the chapel at 10 a.m. UNCF President and CEO Dr. Michael Lomax will be the speaker.
And if you can't make it to the chapel, we will be live streaming it, so you can tune in. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Weekly Ring. If you have any questions or want to join us here in the studio, you can. Just contact us at Dell Media Group on Twitter. So, Katiya, I saw that you were here before and you were hosting a Weekly Ring. And you got to ring the bell, and I think that's really awesome. As a freshman, you know, you got to ring the bell. Yeah. And I never got to do it. All these years they've had me hosting this show, and they never let me do it. They always told me, no, you're just not right for that part.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know. I was wondering, would you let me ring the bell?
Of course.
Really? You're so nice.
Hey, I'm Katiya Laster, and I'm rating the residence hall right here at Jones Hall. This is one of the oldest buildings on campus, but these girls know how to design it so that it looks modern and fun. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Let's take a look in their parlor. This is very nice. I love that TV. So, I heard that 2 residents have designed their rooms based on a color scheme, and it sounds really cool, and I want to hear all about it. And by the way, their names are Karen and Capri. It says it right here on their door. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
You may enter.
Nice. And here we are inside their room. This is Capri Lynn from California and Karen Chanel from Winston-Salem. So, how did you all meet?
Me and Karen, we met in summer school.
And how is y'all's roommate relationship?
We're like sisters. We get along very well.
And may I just say, it smells amazing in here. And the color scheme is pink and gold. And whose side of the room are we touring first?
Mine.
How about we rock, paper, scissors it out?
Okay.
Capri Lynn, it is.
We have my pictures on the mirror and on my picture board. There's pictures of my family It's pictures of me cheering, me being goofy, other random stuff on my desk. And my blankets are pink, as you see.
And which is your favorite picture on the wall?
My favorite picture is, well, I have two. It's my grandma right there and my mom right there.
And what inspired your color scheme?
We were talking about it in the summer because she didn't have a roommate at first and I didn't have a roommate. So we just decided we'll be roommates and we just got the color pink and gold.
Okay. And so I see your painting matches your color scheme. Can you tell us what these words on the painting mean?
They are very inspirational words. I have curves, bold, Cali because I'm from California, Belle because I am a Bennett Belle, plus size because I am a bigger set, and of course queen because I am a queen.
So now for Karen Chanel's side of the room.
So this is my side. I have a banner that says hello gorgeous because there's something I need to wake up, recognize myself. And then I have pictures of me and my sisters and my little cousin, my mom, me cheering, me and my boyfriend, my desk.
Okay, and I see here you have a really cool Bennett College cup. Where did you get that from for the Bells who may want one as well?
I got that as a graduation gift from a family member whose best friend went to Bennett, so yeah.
Nice, nice. And I see your graduation photo with your pearls.
Yeah.
As a Belle, what do your pearls mean to you?
It means that, we're here to grow and to become a very educated Black woman.
And I see you all have a C here because both of your names start with C's.
Yes.
Well, Karen and Capri, thank you for letting us invade your space. Can you let us know how we can follow you on social media to keep up with your awesome room and see your matriculation here at Bennett?
Yes, you guys can follow me on Instagram at everythingkaren, CARYN _.
And you can also follow me at golden with the 0 dot pre 2 eyes _.
Thank you so much. That was a really cool room, and Karen and Capri are amazing. But watch out, because I may be coming to raid your residence hall next.
So yesterday was Kava Kadam S, and Katiya, this was your first year in experiencing it, correct?
Yes.
How was it for you?
It was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
What was your favorite part and why?
My favorite part was probably singing the alma mater because I really enjoyed that song and singing it with my Bell sisters.
I remember my favorite part, and it was wearing that beautiful white dress and walking the Bearden Gates. And here are some highlights from yesterday's Kava Kadam S.
As president of Bennett College, I am calling the college together for the 145th academic session in Greensboro, North Carolina.
On Friday, February 21st, Representative Ayanna Pressley stopped by Bennett College. Pressley is the co-chair of Senator Elizabeth Warren's presidential campaign.
In this social climate where people are currently getting fired from jobs because of their hairstyles and hairstyles that are unique to African American culture being used on the runway as high fashion, but then you can also be reprimanded for these hairstyles. How politicized is Black women's hair currently?
Sure. Well, of course, Black women's hair is political, but everything about Black women is political. And certainly for me, as a Black woman who is an elected official, I made the decision to be transparent about my alopecia battle, because I believe that I'm not just here to occupy space, but to create space. And so I'm grateful for the platform and the opportunity to raise awareness about this autoimmune disease, which affects almost 7 million Americans. I won't pretend it has not been disruptive and, traumatic to suddenly lose all the hair on my head, my face, and my body. I have alopecia totalis. But, at the end of the day, I thought it was necessary for me to be transparent about it so that I could authentically lead. Our secrets slowly kill us. And I don't need to walk in shame about anything, certainly something that was not of my own doing. And my husband reminds me that I don't need hair to wear a crown.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So it wasn't easy, but I felt it was necessary.
How do you feel Warren's stance on Black women maternal mortality rate, being that we have the highest mortality rate in the country?
On healthcare justice and the need to address the embedded really racism in the healthcare system that has resulted in the delegitimizing of the pain of black women for generations, where black women have presented with pain and were uncomfortable in their body, and the doctors did not listen to them. And so Elizabeth, upon learning about this growing epidemic of black maternal mortality, put together a plan to address this. But she's done this across the board, whether we're talking about environmental injustice and the pain of that being disproportionately bore by frontline communities, low income and people of color, whether we're talking about the disproportionate burden bore by black student loan borrowers, or whether we're talking about the need to invest in our historically black colleges and universities.
And so going to Bennett College, so often at a small historically black institution, we often feel like institutions like Howard and Spelman and Morehouse get all of the attention, all of the resources, and all of the money. Does Elizabeth Warren have a plan for ensuring that the $50 billion is equally distributed to all HBCUs and not just the big 3 or 4?
Well, I believe she does, because that plan is being developed in partnership with people that represent a diversity of HBCUs, both large and small, and she already serves on the congressional caucus dedicated to that very issue. So again, I know her to be someone who is consistent, who keeps her word, who is a good faith partner, and also she knows how to fight and she knows how to win. And that matters to me, because these fights are worth taking on, and we certainly need some victories. And her plans, which I love because policy is my love language, you can go to elizabethwarren.com, and of course you can follow her on Twitter and Instagram at the same name. And as for me, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ayanna Presley.
Thank you. In the near future, Presley looks forward to serving in Congress under the Warren administration.
Whether in the studio, on campus, behind the scenes, or interviewing you, The Weekly Ring is your news source for Bennett College news. Catch us on Mondays. Welcome to the first episode of The Weekly Ring for the 2019-2020 academic school year. We're your hosts, Ebony Dool
And Katiya Laster.
Katiya, welcome back to your sophomore year. How was your summer?
My summer was great. I worked a lot. How was your summer?
Really busy. I stayed really busy.
Wow, what all did you do this summer?
Well, I was an intern for the North Carolina Aquariums at Pine Hill Shores, North Carolina, and that consisted of a lot: photography, social media, marketing, PR, so making a communications plan, and I also got to help them plan a commercial.
Oh, wow, that's great.
A mandatory all-campus hall meeting will be held tonight at 9 p.m. in the chapel.
The African Diaspora Student Association will be holding an interest meeting Wednesday, September 18th at 6 p.m. in the multipurpose room of the Holgate Library.
Students, clubs, and organizations and the Community Service Fair will be held this Wednesday in the Student Union foyer from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m.
Attention all student leaders. Find your strengths and maximize your result. Team building session will be held September 23rd in the Global Learning Center at 6 p.m. Be sure to RSVP via email.
National Voter Registration Day will be held Tuesday, September 24th in the Student Union from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m.
SGA office days and hours are every Monday and Wednesday from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Hi, I'm Katiya Laster, reporting for Black News Channel. I'm here at Bennett College today, where as you can see, many students are not out on the quad. That's because students are packing and getting ready to go home for the remainder of the semester due to the outbreak of COVID-19, also known as coronavirus. Like many schools across the country, including North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, Bennett College has decided to go remote for the rest of the semester to ensure the safety of students and to limit the spread of the coronavirus. As of now, there are no known cases in Guilford County. When I go around to do my interviews, I will maintain social distancing as advised by the CDC.
I'm going home tomorrow and I was completely devastated. I had so many events to look forward to here that had to get canceled, and more importantly, I love Bennett and Bennett's my home. You know, most of us, when we leave, we don't go back to the best situations at our home or the home we grew up in. So I made a home here, so it's kind of sad to leave.
As we tried to make a decision about what to do about the COVID-19 virus, also known as coronavirus, a lot went into it in terms of our considering who our students are. We had already come back from spring break, And so we had been here for about a week before it really started to look like it was going to be spreading more quickly than it had been. What we wanted to take into consideration were the costs, the impact of the costs that students just came back. Families hadn't had time to save up to bring students home. Furthermore, we have some students who are both home and food insecure. We have homeless students, and we also have some students who are part of the foster care system, and then just students for whom going home is not a great situation in terms of their mental health and well-being. So we took all of that into consideration. We have daily briefings from both the county and the state health departments that we participate in. We've been tracking. In addition, I have a lot of colleagues from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation who've also been helping me to take in all of the information and to help us make decisions. Part of what we realized recently is that the virus was continuing to grow more and more quickly, and we needed to make a decision. We're a small campus. We've protected ourselves for as long as we could, but the virus is coming across the country much more quickly. We don't have the kinds of facilities that we would need to be able to quarantine students, and so we needed to be able to switch to remote learning and then also ask all students to vacate the campus. So what's been really heartening about this entire process is how many folks have been willing to step in and to help us. A&T has offered to help us. We also heard from St. Matthew's Church, the pastor there. St. Matthew's is our home church. It's where we were founded. They've reached out and offered to help. We've heard from a number of alumni who've also been willing to step in as needed. The Parents Association has offered to step in as needed. So really, this is a community effort, and I think that says so much about Bennett College, that everybody is willing to step in. And we just got off a call, HBCU presidents, both public and private, with Representative Alma Adams, who is taking a list of our concerns to Congress, and that's just an incredible opportunity to be able to share with her what's happening on each of our campuses and to have that inform what's going to happen at the federal level.
I'm helping them to transition from face-to-face class time to the remote classroom. I've encouraged my students to get a remote buddy so that they can keep each other accountable, continuing with their work so that it seems seamless, that we are just not face-to-face, but we are still carrying on with our coursework. This is a first for me. I've been at Bennett for a number of years, even as an undergraduate student, and now, of course, being on the faculty for 30 years. This is truly a first. So we are all moving day by day, staying healthy and well, but we will get through this.
I'm in class right now, so we're all trying to figure out Zoom and how class is going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I mean, it kind of sucks because I'm a senior and an RA, so like to have to leave and just not having graduation stuff kind of really sucks because we worked really hard for this, and to be able to not have one in May kind of hurts and everything. We had a meeting with the president and everything, and to be able to speak how we feel and then see what backup plans can be after, like what the governor said, since we can't have more than 100% gatherings. Just and hopefully when that does get lifted, we can have a graduation.
I'm actually an RA here in the honors dorm, so I'm trying to balance my online classes, my packing, and checking other students out as well. So it's a really interesting transitioning period. I have seen people happy, sad, everything, emotions all around. 1 minute they're happy that we're going home, the next minute they're crying because they're seniors. And yeah, I've seen anxiety attacks already. I've seen a lot of different reactions being an RA. Right now, I'm kind of having some help with like the counseling centers, and Miss P, Miss Heard, Miss Drydancy, they've all been coming to help out a little bit on that situation.
This past weekend, I was sick with flu-like symptoms, but I tested negative for all tests, so I don't have the coronavirus. But to prevent us from getting in contact with it, we are currently moving out, as you can see behind me by my car. This transition from school to home is a bit fast. We're struggling to get help, but with the help of some of the faculty and staff here at Bennett College, they've been keeping us updated for weeks on this, and they've already instilled skills in us where we can basically work with technology as we're doing now. I really appreciate my sister for coming to help me move because this is very last minute, and her school, well, just like all other public schools around North Carolina, are closed for like 2 weeks. So I'm not gonna say it was a blessing, but it kind of was because if she wasn't out of school, she would be in school right now, and I would be here doing this by myself. So I'm very appreciative of my sister.
As this report is concluded, one case of the coronavirus has been confirmed in Guilford County. As a result, the transition has been accelerated and students are in the process of returning home for the remainder of the semester. It is important that during this time, people adhere to the recommendations outlined by the CDC and their government in an effort to limit the spread of COVID-19. From Bennett College, this is Katiya Laster, signing out.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Weekly Ring. I'm your host Francie Rawls and I'm here with Katiya Laster. Katiya, what is it like to be back on the show?
It is a blast being back on the show. I really missed being in the studio and recording the Weekly Ring and getting to talk to everybody about what's going on here at Bennett each week.
And lately I've been seeing you campaigning on the campus.
Yeah, I've been campaigning for Miss Bennett College, the 42nd Miss Bennett College. My campaign platform was Saved by the Bell, and some of my initiatives were fostering relationships between alums and students, creating meaningful community service projects, and just all around enhancing our experience here at Bennett College.
I really love the Saved by the Bell slogan.
Thank you, thank you. It was actually Jaisha Small's idea. We were sitting around brainstorming what my campaign theme could be. And it was at my photo shoot, and I said, hey, can I take a picture with this desk? And she was like, yeah. I was like, maybe I should do something like school related. And Jaisha was like, Saved by the Bell. And I was like, oh, that's gold. Like, that's it. And so we just kind of ran with it, and it's been an amazing campaign. I've gotten a lot of great feedback on it, so I'm very proud of it.
I hope you guys got a chance to vote, and the results should be out soon. Katiya, were you at Convocata S?
Yes, so I was actually a speaker at Convocatum this year. I delivered the scripture reading, and it was just a wonderful experience to see the tradition continue with the sophomore and freshwoman class, getting to see them walk through the Bearden Gates and knowing how much of an amazing experience that was for me and being able to share that with the new incoming classes. So Francie, I know you missed a year last year due to COVID and us not being on campus. So this was your first time getting to experience that. So tell me a little bit about how you felt walking through the Bearden Gates in your white dress and pearls for the first time.
It was a very exciting experience, and also being able to hear the bell ring, it brought butterflies to my stomach. And then being able to be in the chapel with all my freshwomen and transfer students in my sophomore class, it was just like, wow.
And so now we're going to take you to the Annie Myrner Pfeiffer Chapel, where we're going to see some highlights from our Convocatum S.
Jesus, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment, hope for all I do. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. You are why I find pleasure in the simple things in life. You're the music in the meadows and strings. Madam President, I present the fresh women and transfer students. These young ladies desire to be made members of Bennett College. They have given evidence of their good character and their ability to undertake the task which we have set for them.
I am pleased to present these students in the presence of the faculty and in the witness of the whole college in order that they may complete their matriculation by witnessing their signatures in the college register.
My child, learn what I teach you and never forget what I tell you to do. Listen to what is wise and try to understand it. Yes, beg for knowledge, plead for insight. Look for it as hard as you would for silver or some hidden treasure. If you do, you will know what it means to fear the Lord, and you will succeed in learning about God. It is the Lord who gives wisdom. From him comes knowledge and understanding. May God bless the reading of his word. Thank you.